Hello and welcome to CamperIceland. In this video you will learn how a motorhome works. There are two batteries inside the vehicle. The first battery is for your engine and the second battery is for the camper. When you start the engine, your first battery will charge, but also your second battery will charge. The camper battery will never take energy from your engine battery. So if you waste all your battery in the camper, you can always start the engine. In doing this, your second battery will charge again. When you arrive at a campground, you can connect an electricity cable from your camper to the campground. Connecting your camper to a campground will charge both of your batteries. When you connect your camper to a campground, this is the only time that your power outlets inside your camper will work. If you need to charge something like a camera battery or a laptop on the road, it's best to bring an inverter with you. Follow the same steps in the video to connect your camper to the campground. This is the control panel for your camper. From the beginning, we'll turn off the control panel. Pressing the main power button will turn back on the control panel. If you would like to turn on the lights, the button to the left will allow the light switches to turn on the lights. Then we have an outdoor light. Then we can check how much water we have. For water, S1 shows you how much fresh water you have. Next, there's the battery. You have camper battery voltage and engine battery voltage. If you press it again, you will see the camper is now charging as it's plugged in. Though when the camper is not plugged in, it will give you a percentage of how much battery you have. The auxiliary button is a button that controls other electronics inside the vehicle. This here is the water pump. Press this if you would like to use any water in the vehicle. On this side of the camper is the water tank. Now I'll show you how to fill up the camper with water. You will find water in campsites and also gas stations. At the gas station, you can use the same water we use to wash the camper with. This water is the exact same water that we use in our drinking water. They may have a pipe you can put into the water tank to fill up the water, or you can also use the spray guns that they use to wash the cars with at the gas station. Under the seats you can see the water tank. This is showing you how big the water tank really is, and this shows you where your fresh water is going. As I'm filling up this camper, notice how water is leaking from the camper. This should not happen on the roads, but if it does, I want to show you what button to press to stop this water from leaking from your camper. The reason water is leaking from the camper is because this here is a safety valve. When the temperature inside the camper drops below 3 degrees Celsius, the safety valve will release and it will start to drain your camper of all its water. It will first drain the boiler. This is in place to stop any damage due to freezing water inside of the vehicle. So turn the lever to the side position and press the button in. Now your camper is not losing any water. When your water tank is full, press the water pump button on the main control panel. Then open your taps and make sure the water flows out. This may take a few minutes as there could be air in the system. When you use water, water will go down the drains and into another tank. This is called the grey water tank. On the side or back of the vehicle, you will find a pulley. This is connected to the grey water tank. Pull this pulley outwards if you want the grey water to escape the vehicle. To keep the grey water inside the vehicle, push the pulley inwards. This will close the seal on the grey water tank. When releasing the grey water from the camper, please be mindful of where you do this. It's best to do this at a campground or a designated area where there is a drain pipe. When you're releasing the grey water, all the chemicals that are inside this water that you've used will go onto the ground. So make sure to respect the environment that's around you and be careful where you release the grey water. This is how you use the toilet inside the camper. There is a lever below the toilet. Pull this left or right to open and close the hole inside the toilet. There is a button for the flush. Make sure that the water pump is on, and in some campers the auxiliary needs to be on. When you have these selected, press the button and then you will see the toilet will flush. To empty the toilet, on the side of the camper there is another compartment. Opening this compartment, you will find the toilet cassette. You can take this out of the camper and you can turn this pipe on top around. When you unscrew the cap, this is how you empty the toilet cassette. You can empty the toilet cassette at most campgrounds, and also in every town in Iceland there is a designated area to empty your toilet cassette. If you need to find a local place to empty your waste tank, ask the people at the gas station because these people usually know the area very well. In this side compartment you will find the gas bottle. The gas bottle is used for your stove, your fridge, your heating system and your water boiler. On top of the gas bottle, you will see an open and close option. Close the gas bottle before removing the pipeline connecting the gas bottle to the camper. After closing the gas bottle, disconnect the pipe from the gas bottle. When putting a new gas bottle into your motorhome, do the same but in reverse. Twist the orange pipe firmly into the gas bottle. Then after this, open the gas bottle. Make sure the gas bottle is open all the way so you have maximum pressure going into the camper. Now gas is going into your camper. When you've changed to a brand new gas bottle, the first thing you do is turn on the stove. This will assure that there is no air in the system. Ignite the stove and allow a 1-minute burn time. To ignite the stove, twist the dials around to the flame and push in. Some of these stoves have the ability to light by themselves, but if not, just use the lighter that we've provided you. When you are finished with the stove, make sure all the dials are turned off and give the stove time to cool down before you close the glass over the stove. Next is the heating system. The outer dial on the heating system points to the function that you would like to select. The middle function is off. The middle function is a circle. This function is a flame, that means the heating system. Turn the inner dial to select a temperature, 1 being the coolest and 5 being the hottest. We recommend 3 for sleeping. When you move the selector switch up to 40, this is 40 degrees for water. If you move it up again, this is 60 degrees for water. The middle selector has no effect on your water temperature. Wait 25 minutes for your water to be warm. The very bottom option is water and your heating system on at the same time. This is your fridge. The fridge runs on gas. To turn it on, hold down the black switch, and when the black switch turns green, this is when you know your fridge is working. Make sure your fridge is selected on the flame. The option next to this is a bar that goes to 5. When you turn the bar to 5, this is giving maximum gas. If your fridge is not cold, turn it on bar 5 for 2 hours. After this, bring the bar down to 2. This will maintain the cold temperature inside your fridge. The next selection is giving you the option of keeping your freezer on or off. We recommend keeping your freezer on as it doesn't cost any more gas to keep it on. You've seen the bed that's in the back of the camper. Now I'll show you the bed that comes down from the ceiling. To bring the bed down, you must turn on the auxiliary button. Then, in this location, there is a switchboard. Pressing the switchboard down will bring the bed down. The bed has a ladder on it for easier access up into the bed. If you look under the mattress of the bed, there is a net that you can attach to hooks on the ceiling. This will secure you if you roll in your sleep. When bringing the bed back up, make sure you take the pillows off the bed as to not squish them between the ceiling. If you do this, the motor could break or a fuse could break. So just when you're taking the bed up, make sure you take away the pillows. This camper is a manual drive. Before you start the engine, make sure that the handbrake is down and that the camper is out of gear. When you turn the key first, don't start the engine immediately. Wait for the lights on the dashboards to turn off before starting the engine, as this camper is a diesel and you must let the electrics warm up before you start the engine. In Iceland, you must always drive with the lights on. In winter time, we don't use the handbrake. When you pull the handbrake up in winter time, the handbrake will freeze and the back wheels will lock. Instead of pulling the handbrake up in winter time, just leave the car in first gear. If the car is in first gear, it won't roll. Though always make sure to camp on a flat surface. In summertime, we suggest using the handbrake and also keeping the car in first gear. This just gives the camper two factors that will stop the car from ever rolling. See the video to show you how to put this vehicle into reverse mode. When you're reversing, even if the camper has a camera at the back, make sure you get a passenger to come out and assist you with reversing. This is the best way to prevent damages on the back of the camper. In Iceland, the maximum speed limit allowed on the roads is 90 kilometers an hour. Please enjoy your time in Iceland and drive safe. There's a lot to remember about this vehicle, so make sure you share this information among the travelers who will be traveling with you on this trip. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you here at Camper Iceland.